everybody, it's Ominous. Remember me? We're on Responsible Gaming and we're doing an episode of Ominous Designs. So I went on a break because I was starting a new job and it was getting kind of a lot of work on my weekly routine to do the streaming every Tuesday night and then publishing the article and the designs on all of the usual social outlets, Reddit, Twitter, etc., and so on, Facebook. So I put that on the shelf. Did I mention the new job? Yeah, lots of work, lots and lots of work. And as it turns out, 3 months passed. So it's time to kind of just say hi at the very least. I don't think I'm going to be doing a weekly yet still. But I figured I would do one last episode because, as I mentioned before, I'm finally moving to Seattle. So I won't be in San Francisco anymore. Same time zone, so don't worry about that. See, there's boxes over there. There's one at least, and there's a million around the house. I'm moving tomorrow. I could be packing my computer any minute now. Anyways, so that's for life. Life is busy. That being said, we're gonna do an episode of Ominous Designs with a couple of designs that I shelved and put in my vault since then. Got a couple of fun things to do, I think. So let's just dive right into it, because why won't we? So I'm gonna create a new card. Don't need to copy anything. Yeah, new card. And we're gonna do creatures, and I guess we might, yeah, we'll see. I was gonna say green creatures, the two of them, but I'm not certain, and actually I'm not certain for the first one. So the first one being, do we even do star anymore? I feel like I haven't seen a star in so long. Yeah, I think there are some of them. For the most part, Izzet cards that have stars, the number of instant sorceries in your graveyard. Most of the time that's what I see. I forgot that this doesn't get copied over. That's annoying. There you go. My keyboard over here too. That'll be nicer. So the star over here is let me see. I'm actually kind of, oh yes, I remember what I thought about this. We're gonna need to tweak this because it's fun. It's definitely actually green, but I don't know if it can be just used as is. So as is, creature plant. I do believe it's a vine. So can you start feeling what's going on over here? And I think it's gonna have defender, and it says vines toughness is equal to the greatest. It's actually kind of weird, but it's fine. It's your greatest toughness among creatures you control. So see, the idea is that it's got the same toughness as whatever wall you have, because it's a vine. Get it? So that's pretty cool. Couple weird things over here. Flavor is great, but it's actually it's gonna get the toughness of whatever isn't a wall as well that you control. So that's, flavor can never be 100%, I suppose. I guess this one shows it a little bit more than some. I think it's still kind of fun. And now the other question is, do I want to say 1+, because otherwise it's gonna die if it's the only card on the battlefield. I do believe what's his face, Tarmogoyf. I hate spelling that guy. Yes, so Tarmogoyf has a 1+ star in its description. Maybe we want to do that. The other problem that there is with this design is it's actually pretty useless as a creature. I mean, it's could put reach in there just because, even though that's also a flavor fail, I guess, because why would you have reach unless whatever you are sticking to as a vine also goes so high that it has reach itself. Doesn't really, you don't really have a reason for that. Like, let's say let's say you have there's a 1/1 on the battlefield, all of a sudden you have a 0 to reach because you're on the back of a soldier. And the other the up, down, whatever, the downside, it's a downside, is that now the thing that I could be doing is I could be picking the toughness among other defender creatures, but that's also pretty darn narrow. What I could do, what I could do, it's kind of tough, it's kind of tricky. I could have a Death Toucher. I could start on the base of a Death Toucher. And that way it's never useless. It's on its own a 1/1 Death Touch. When there's a 1/1, it's a 1/2 Death Touch, which is already pretty darn good. It might actually make it cost 2. I think it would make it cost 2 because otherwise, if you have a 2/2, for example, all of a sudden you find yourself with a 1/3 Death Touch, and that's pretty nasty for 1. Granted that you need a 2/2 on the board for that, but I still think it's fine. And paying 2 for your 1/1 Death Toucher is reasonable. It's not the worst. I think I want it uncommon just because it's weird. So I think we're getting somewhere. So Vine's toughness is equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control, +1. And I think what could be good is we could have a Carnivore's Vine. That way it shows kind of that it's nasty and it's gonna touch a death everything. Toughness is equal to the greatest toughness among creatures you control, +1. It's got to be among other creatures you control, I suppose. Yeah, so I'm thinking why not. What we could do if we want to make it even more complex, but in that case that might be even a rare, and that does sound weird. Maybe it can be a 1-drop rare. I don't know. What I want to say is no as reach as long as its toughness is greater than, I don't know, toughness greater than, I don't know, I want to say 5. So if you have a 5/5 on a battlefield, now your guy is a, it's still a hell of a rare, isn't it? Like if you have a 3/3 or a 4/4, you get yourself a 1/4 Death Touch. The worst is if you have a 4/4. If you have a 4/4 for 1, you get a 1/5 Death Touch. It's kind of super annoying. This actually might be fine as a rare for 2. I mean, it's not life-changing good. It's powerful. It's pretty potent for small mana, especially where the ceiling is pretty high, because you're always gonna have a 1/1 Death Touch with Defender, unfortunately. But I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's fun and flavorful. That's what we're here for. So pack it up, ship it. I'm buying it. I'm taking you straight to design number 2. So let me see. I look at my previous designs, and my previous design did refer to other defenders, but you just can't afford. Well, no. I mean, I could always tell you, oh well, that's for a set that has a lot of walls, but even then it would be pretty shitty as a constructed kind of thing. It would only be kind of a commander at best, kind of thing. And who's got a wall commander? I'm sure some people do, but that sounds wacky as all heck. So I don't think restricting it to wall would work. It's carnivores, so it's gonna stick to your 1/1 soldiers, whatever. Don't ask me questions. I'm not making the rules. Next I have something kind of fun. Even though I do think this was fun. Can you just copy that card, please? What just happened right there? There you go. So, card number 2, quite different. I think I want it to be a 7/1. Fancy that. It's gonna be a trampler. Okay. And it's gonna say whenever a creature blocks, what's his face? The blocking creatures. So I don't, you could say that creature. Oh yeah, that creature. Yeah, I don't know why. I thought I had to make it extra explicit over here, but I don't think so. That creature's toughness becomes 1 until end of turn. So we are creating some sort of ball lightning in green over here. I don't know if that's going to be a plan. That's going to depend on the art that I find. We could make it a haster, because green actually does have an history of some of high power, low toughness hasters, I do believe, or at least high powered hasters. Usually it's blue hate, like hydras, and other things that I forgot, like instinct. There's an insect with haste and undying, I think, if I remember well, from Innistrad. There's a couple of them. Actually, why don't we have a quick look? So advanced search, and we're gonna do green, and we're gonna do exclude other terms, and we're gonna do haste. Maybe I should have put creature. Big dude, mana dude, doesn't matter. 3/3 weird. I look at big power. Behemoth, obviously. We got a crocodile from Amonkhet. Suspend doesn't work. Awaken doesn't count. This is Awaken, basically doesn't count. There's not that many. There's Gaia's Revenge for sure. Trample Haste, Sacrifice. That's actually Ball Lightning color shifted. Looks like it looks pretty good. Miscutter Hydra is the one I was thinking for the blue hate. Trample Haste, Putrefact, okay. Geist, Thornling, Serac, Vengevines, Yavimaya Ants. I don't see the big Undying Insect, but who cares? Maybe he only has Undying and not actually. I thought he had haste. Get some vigilance or something. Anyways, looks pretty cool. It doesn't really make any sense, but it looks pretty cool. So neat. So yeah, hastes. Haste, I don't know. So this says, have fun blocking this. It's gonna do 6 damage to you anyways, and you're gonna put a creature in front of it. It's pretty powerful. Maybe have fun blocking it. You're gonna take 5. Is a little more reasonable. That would make it into a lava axe that kills a creature. It's kind of nasty. That is kind of nasty. So 6-1 trample haste is the ball lightning. I don't know what can we do, because I do want to give it haste. I think it would be kind of a stupid design sitting on the board and not attacking. So 4 for Lava Axe, kill a creature. How much is Lava Axe anyway? Again, it's 5. Lava Axe is 5. It's a rare. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it should cost 5. It feels like 4 is plenty. It's not that. I mean, it's good, but it's really only saying put anything in front of it, and you take 5. I think that could be used. So it's intrinsically it's a little off color because it's a Lava Axe, but Magic has a history of doing that, which is put a spin that justifies that you're in the right color and get away with murder, basically. Like, just have some draw in any color or have some discard somewhere or something super weird. So I think it's fine, especially for a rare that doesn't have to be there all the time, especially for a card that I don't think is that fantastic. It's possibly actually good. It's kind of hard to judge, but a creature that, I mean, usually cards that only do damage are bad, and the fact that this also kills a 1/1 at the same time doesn't make it much better. Obviously, if your opponent is down all his small creature and they only have a 4/4, they're kind of screwed, because now they need to put the 4/4 in the middle if they don't want to be repeatedly hit for 6. And if they put the 4/4, they're still going to take 5 to the face, which is pretty unfortunate for them. I don't know. Does this make it kind of better? I think it's pretty shitty. No, I'd rather push it and see what people say. Cool. I think it's fun. I think it's a cool idea. Even if, I don't know, maybe it needs to be grew. You know, maybe it needs to be, yeah, maybe that's what it is. That could be interesting. Why not? I think it's debatable. I think it was acceptable in red, in green. I think now in models, kind of the design a fair bit, but it also kind of justifies the Lava Axe aspect. And it helps justify as well that we didn't make it cost 5. So maybe let's do that. Okay. As far as completely finalizing the cards, I do not know if I'm gonna get the time today, since it's my last day here and I'm moving afterwards, but it's fine. I finalize them sometime soon, and I'll post them. I don't know where, to be honest. I'll definitely gonna post them in my Magic group, which is where I know I have kind of audience. Twitch has been good, but since I never pushed marketing my channel, when I get lucky, I have like 2 or 3 people watching and commenting. It's not like I have a great following. I'm very happy to post on YouTube, on the other hand, because that's where I know the stuff is there, it stays, and I can always, if I'm ever in the mood to market, or if I'm, you know, I get into circles and I tell them about my channel, or if whatever happens in the future, all the videos will be there. So that's pretty cool. But on the other hand, I don't finalize the cards before I post them anymore. So I think they'll be on Reddit. You can find me on Reddit at it's Banzai13. How could I look text? That's gonna be beautiful. This is me, and this is the Reddit. Custom Magic. Should have done that a while ago, actually. I wanted to like fix the layout, because it used to be better, and now it's just it doesn't have Reddit anymore because I lost my background, but I just never fixed it. So that's me, and hopefully I'll see you sometime soon for episode 178. Like I said, don't know what my cycle is gonna be, and I also don't know how much energy I have for magic these days, but I do have a couple more designs in my vault that are waiting to be shared to the world and to all my fellow humans. Isn't it great being human? Anyways, thanks for watching. I shall see you next time, hopefully not in 3 months. And yeah, do let me know what you think. Give me your feedback. Until then, play responsibly. Ominous over and out.